question.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest inhibitor, and this was my story. What would you tell someone who's in a place that they're like, look, I want to do this. I have the desire to take action. I have the discipline. I believe I have the discipline, but I legitimately don't know where in my schedule I'm going to be able to work out.
Yeah.
I can do the meal plan. I'm good on that, but I want to work out because I know I need to work out. When do I do it? What would you tell somebody that's struggling to find the time to do it?
Time is always a difficult thing, and here's my two scenarios in this. Is one, it's the biggest excuse,
Yep.
right? The biggest excuse. Because in the same person, I'd ask that person, right, break your day down for me. And this goes for any entrepreneur. Break your day down for me.
Yeah.
Show me from minute to minute what you actually do, right?
Yeah.
Show me, open your phone up and show me the scrolling time you have on Instagram.
A lot of wasted time.
Right, show me your wasted time. Realistically is, you control your time.
Yeah.
I don't care how busy you are, right? Is you should come first. You should look after yourself. If you want to maintain your business, if you want to maintain your relationships, you want to maintain your family, you want to be the best version of yourself for your children, for your wife, for anybody in your life, including your business, you are a priority.
Yes.
Now, anybody who comes to me and tells me, oh, no, my business takes up too much time, well, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Because none of us got into business for it to take up 24 hours a day.
No doubt.
That's bullshit.
Right.
Right. You need to sleep. You need to rest. You need to eat.
Right.
Somewhere in that time frame, you have to make time for you. Now, if you tell me that you can't get up I can't get up 4 o'clock in the morning. Great. What are you doing at night? You're telling me. I've heard so many people show this avenue. I've done this with a few people, right? So someone will come to me and go, the first thing is, I don't really eat as bad as you think I do. I eat really well. First thing they'll go is, give me your credit card statement. What do you mean? Give me your credit card statement. Because I'm asking you what you eat, and you tell me you eat once a day. You don't understand why you're fat, because you really eat well. And then I'll take a credit card statement and we'll start ticking off. Right. We'll go, well, you stopped at the gas station there and you bought a coffee with 4 sugars. Yeah. You bought a snack here. You bought a snack there. All of a sudden, we're going from someone who's telling me that they're only eating 1,500 calories a day to over 10,000 calories. That's why you weigh 300 pounds.
And 80% of it's shit.
Right. And 80% is shit because we don't want to take accountability.
Yeah.
The same thing goes for time, right? You could be a billionaire who tells me you have everything but you don't have time. Yeah. Bullshit. What you're going to do is you're either going to go to bed earlier, because what I generally find with most people is most people tell me, well, what time do you go to sleep? Oh, about 10, 11 o'clock. Great. What time do you stop working? Now, the odd time, granted, if you're in business, you may be working at 11 at night. Realistically, if you're a well-balanced person, you're most likely ending your day at 6.
Yeah.
Right. Once you end your day, what do? You go home. If you have kids, you make sure they're okay. You do dinner. You do that. Most of us are spending 2 hours to an hour and a half every single night watching TV or scrolling on our phones.
Yeah.
If you just cut down 45 minutes, and you go to bed, instead of going at 11 o'clock, you go to bed at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And it'll take a couple of days, because a lot of people say, I can't sleep. Trust me. Go to bed at 9:30, don't sleep, and get up at 4. And I guarantee if you do that 3 days in a row, you'll find time. Find the ability to work. If you can't get to a gym, right, do a gym at home. We have it on our Instagram feed, right? Do the Ric Flair. Everybody who comes to me goes, I can't get to a gym, or I've just had a friend of mine in Canada said, well, I've just had a baby. I'm up and down. I haven't really had, not necessarily the time, but I don't really want to leave the house and my wife alone. She's with her. So I said to him, great. So every single day when you get up, do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, and 100 sit-ups.
No equipment needed.
No equipment needed. And just do it every single day. Spit it out. I don't care if you do...
Which is our warm-up, by the way.
There we go, right? I don't care if you do 100 sets of 1.
Yeah.
10 sets of 10.
Yeah.
4 sets of 25. 2 sets of 50. I don't care. But do them.
Yeah.
Run them in... And I guarantee you, if you do that every single day when you wake up, by the time you get back to the gym, you will walk in the gym and you'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure. No equipment needed.
Everybody has the ability. So my honest opinion when I hear people talk about time is it's an excuse.
Yeah.
It's a very... These are excuses I've heard. I've heard so many. My favorite ones, I'm going to rack them up now. The first one I heard is the amount of men who have told me they cannot diet because their wife won't cook for them. Right? She won't make the food that I need to eat, so I'm not going to do it. You are responsible for your food, not your wife.
That's
you are responsible for your calories. You are responsible for how you get it in, and you should take responsibility for it.
Yeah.
The second one I've heard is I don't have time to work out. Great. But you have time to go drink. You have time to socialize. You have time to scroll on social media. The first thing I'll tell you is give me your phone. I'll open up the settings on your Instagram, and I'll see what your screen time is per day. On
Yeah.
average, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Lower your screen time, get in a gym, or just do something.
But to your point too, even like, so I remember back, I would ask somebody, how many happy hours are you going to?
Yeah.
Right, because there's your time there. Like, what are you doing right after work? I think back on my time, and I will say, like, I think COVID changed for a lot of people where everybody's working online,
Yeah.
working from home. So what I experienced was legitimately, like, hour after hour after hour of, like, Zoom calls,
Yeah.
and Teams calls, whatever it
Yeah.
was. And so what was happening is I'd look at my time and I was like, holy shit, like for a 10-hour day, like 8 of it was literally on a conference call.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I got to eat lunch. So I would go eat lunch somewhere real quick. Sometimes I'd sit at my desk and eat it. But you would have, like, even that time I probably could have, like, found it. I would have had to sacrifice somewhere.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, what people aren't willing to do. And I wasn't willing to do it. I didn't
Yeah.
sacrifice my own personal time, whether that was the hour on the TV when I got home because I was so exhausted from everything else, and
Yes.
I had 3 small kids. There's, like, it's all excuses, though, is what I'm ultimately trying to say. It's all excuses.
It is. Life is a choice,
Yep.
right? Everything we do, regardless of whether the choice is easy, hard, or both choices are hard. You've got a level
Choose
of
your
choice,
hard.
right? Exactly. Choose your hard.
Choose your hard.
And there's a saying, and I love this saying. It's choose the hard choices now for the easy path later, or choose the easy path now for the hard choices later. Either way, you're going to make a hard choice.
Yeah.
The difference being is if you make those hard choices today, and this doesn't go for exercise. This goes for everything.
Yeah.
This goes for how you conduct yourself in business with people. This goes for if I have a phone call coming through of a potential client, do I take the call now or do I go, I'll call him back later? No, I take the call now because there's a direct result in causality of what's going to actually be the outcome.
For sure.
So when it comes to this is a fundamental. You can make choices in everything you do in life. Those choices are fundamental,
Yeah.
whether you think they are or not.
Yeah.
And they are going to be made whether you consciously make them or not. They will be
Right.
made for you.
Right.
So what you've got to do is you've got to sit down and go, what do I want from life? Now,
Right.
a lot of people from a egotistical standpoint go, oh, well, you work out so you look good. No, that's a symptom of why I do it. Symptom of why you do it. I like looking good, but it's not why I do it. The way you eat, you eat that way so you can have a six-pack. Nope. I eat that way because when I eat that way, I don't feel like shit.
That's right.
My fundamental philosophy in how and why you do this is, why do I choose not to drink alcohol? Why do I choose not to eat excessive sugars? Why do I control what I intake? Because it immediately, and not within time, immediately determines how I feel on that day.
Yeah.
As we've always said is, the future does not exist and the past does not exist. They are inconsequential. All I have
Right.
is now. I know right now, if I have that can of tuna, it's not the greatest meal, and there's great meals, and make no mistake, when I say can of tuna, we're talking about time constraints, got to get protein in, something
Yeah.
easy and quick.
Yeah.
There's great meals that I cook every single day that
Yeah.
are fundamentally the best meals I've ever had that are
Yeah.
within my diet.
Yeah.
However, if I have that can of tuna, what don't I have? I don't get indigestion. I don't have a sugar drop right after it.
Yep.
It's quick, it's easy, it's fundamental. How do I feel? I feel better.
Oh yeah.
What this basically narrows down to when it comes to training, it's everything that we do in training, in diet, in nutrition as we age is not because we're trying to outlive the person next to us. It's not because we're trying to be better than anyone else. It's not
Yeah.
because I want to look good. That's a symptom. That's what you will inevitably get
Yeah.
when you work out, because working out doesn't have immediate results. If you have never worked out before and you don't understand the process it goes through, you will go to gym day one. That night, you'll look exactly the same.
Yeah.
The next day, you'll look the same. Next week,
True.
you'll look the same. The week after, you'll look the same. You'll feel better.
Yeah.
You'll feel fundamentally great. There's points
Yeah.
where you're going to go and you're going to get a good pump. You're going to feel like $1 million, but you will not see a physical change.
That's right.
For quite a long time. Once you get past that and you realize, but I feel good.
Yep.
This is what it's about. Everything else is a symptom, and this is where I like to use alcohol. What is the symptom of alcohol? I go out tonight. I drink alcohol with friends. I get a little bit intoxicated. Things seem fun. Everybody loses a bit of inhibitions. We all laugh. We go thing, and then what happens? That alcohol hits your liver. It turns into a toxic poison. The poison is the side effect which you have